The story of Cat with a Smile. Once upon a time, in a provincial town, there lived a girl named Emily. She was an introvert, spending a lot of time at home and occasionally communicating with friends over the internet. Her only joy was her cat, named Mirka, who always cheered her up with his funny look. Mirka was a strange cat, large, with a rounded face and eyes that looked like they were begging for something. But Emily was used to his appearance and thought that was what made him unique. One day, while surfing the internet, Emily came across a forum where they discussed stories of mysterious cases with pets. She decided to share a picture of Mirka to humor the forum members a bit, not realizing it would change her life. A few hours after posting the photo, Emily received a strange message from an unfamiliar user. "Is that him? Do you know who you keep in your house?" Emily thought it was just a joke and didn't reply, but the message got her thinking. That same evening, she began to notice that something strange was happening to Mirka. The cat began to watch her much more closely. His eyes seemed to become more alive, almost human. Sometimes at night, when Emily woke up, she noticed that Mirka was sitting right across from her bed, staring at her. Each time their gazes met, his smile grew wider, almost frightening. A few days later, she had a nightmare. She dreamed that she was walking through her house, but it was empty and dark. When she looked in the mirror, there was Mirka behind her, but he looked different, like a shadow or a person with his face. His smile grew wider and his eyes, full of terror, were focused on her. She tried to scream, but the dream ended and Emily woke up in a cold sweat. With each passing day, the nightmares intensified. The cat appeared everywhere she went. She saw his reflection in mirrors, in windows, even in the screen of her phone. His shadow seemed to follow her wherever she went, no matter how hard she tried to escape. One day, unable to stand it, Emily decided to take Mirka to the vet. But as soon as she tried to put him in the carrier, the cat suddenly let out a low growl, completely uncharacteristic of him. It was as if he was warning her. There was something frightening, almost human, in his eyes. That night, the worst thing happened. Waking up in the middle of the night with the feeling that someone was watching her, she saw a silhouette standing by her bed. It was a man with the face of her cat. His smile stretched from ear to ear, his eyes glittering with some inhuman gleam. She tried to scream but couldn't. The creature leaned toward her and whispered, "You found me, and now I'll always be here for you." No one has seen Emily since. Only Mirka remained in the house, looking almost like a normal cat. Only his smile was a little wider, and his eyes were even deeper, as if something lurked in them.